I'm trying to clean my desk once again because I have so many projects going on at once. I'm going to give it a minute to see if anybody pops on here. So yesterday I scheduled a live, and I think I had like 20 minutes before it was supposed to start, and so I took a restroom break and whatever I did. Anyway, I came back like 5 minutes before I was supposed to click the go live button, and I clicked it and nothing happened. So I clicked it again and it said, check your connection. So I'm thinking, oh, wonderful. So I checked the connection. It was connected. So I'm starting to panic. I even went from Restream, from is that what it's called? To StreamYard, and then back to Restream, and nothing worked. So our internet was down. I picked up my phone to make sure that it wasn't my computer, and my phone um, was not connected to Wi-Fi either. Well, we had no internet all day long until yesterday afternoon. I want to say around 4 o'clock. But hey, Purple Cruisy. I was just telling what happened yesterday morning. I scheduled, and when I um, went for my live to click live to go on, I found out that we had no internet connection, and it lasted all day till about 4 o'clock this afternoon. I think something like that. Anyway, it finally came back on. So that's the second time that that I had something scheduled and I couldn't go on. But this time it was not my fault. But I don't think our internet's ever gone down like that I can remember. It did storm real bad during the day, so but we had internet all through the storm, so I don't get it. So weird how that happens. I was gonna make a using these. Oh, golly, it's dark in here. Using these sterling silver jump rings. I was thinking of making a just a basic, simple, like charm bracelet type thing. My light keeps yeah. Um yeah, I think half of them are on the floor though. I did make another necklace. I had this pendant. It's kind of big, but I think it's kind of cool looking, something different. And so I just made different chain components, and I need to finish it. I'm going to to put, now I didn't make this part of the chain. I'm going to put some of this on it where it goes behind, you know, around your neck, just to make it a little bit longer, I think. So I need to find my jump rings, my copper or brass jump rings, so they'll match. But how are you doing this fine morning? Goodness. Oops. Look, I have stuff all stuck to my clay. I made some lentil beads out of some of that rose cane that I had. Different size lentil beads. My hands are so dirty. Look at that. I haven't baked these yet. I need to poke a hole through them. So this clay is awfully soft. Some of them have gotten distorted, and that's okay though. Let's see. I made several more pairs of earrings. I have a couple of bracelets going. I love these crystals because they catch the light, and I mean, you can see the whole spectrum of colors depending on which way the light hits them. And then I found these cool red beads. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but I really like these. These are red. You just can't tell. They're so dark. But, yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with those. That looks kind of pink, but it's not. It's red. And what else? Oh, I had a mini disaster. It's day number 38 for 6. Oh gosh, congratulations. And you feel so much better. Well, that's inspiring. That is wonderful. I can't imagine trying to quit. I mean, I've quit before in my life, and I just remember being so miserable, especially for the first week, you know, and I never stopped wanting one. And I quit for like, I want to say close to 2 years. But every time I would smell someone, like smell it just very faintly on like someone's clothes that walked by me, or if I walked by someone who was smoking, even though they weren't very close, but I caught a whiff, and I really wanted one. So it would be nice to be a non-smoker, but like I said, I just like I like cigarettes. It's horrible. Oh, and in the process of putting resin on these, they're kind of big. I made them to be earrings, and they match. I have a pendant that matches these, but kind of neat. This was I was making something, and like I was not planning on making what it turned out to be, but instead of just crumbling the clay, I put it and I rolled it up like in a jelly roll and took slices of it and then flattened out the slices, and that's what I got. I think the colors are really pretty. They're metallic colors. So, and what else? I'm trying to think. Oh, Richard has not spoken to me. Actually, I take that back. Today he did finally break the silence, but of course it was nothing nice. And then he asked me, do you want to talk? And I had not had any sleep at that point. And I told him no. I was too tired. But I don't know. Oh, he asked me if I had any plans, what my plans were. And I said, I don't have any plans yet. But he's making all his plans. He gets on the phone to his friends and goes outside to have his conversations because I don't know why. He thinks it's best to be sneaky. But I could really care less. Oh, but he is bad-mouthing me. He is bad-mouthing me because I did hear him say, well, let me tell you what happened. Here's a little story. 2 Christmases ago, he rented a booth at a craft fair. It's a real big one. It's on Black Friday every year in the Jacksonville Convention Center. And anyway, he got a booth to sell his paintings. And they wouldn't let me put my jewelry in there because they said there's already enough people selling jewelry. So anyway, neither one of us had ever done a craft show. But anyway, so long story short, you set up the night before, and he had gotten a bank bag and cashed in or went to the bank and made sure he had some singles and $5 bills so he could make change. So he had $300 for change to give out. Well, he ends up, the next day we get up there and he remembers that he asked me if I knew where the money bag was. And of course, how would I know? Because that's his deal. Now, I wasn't in charge, and I was not asked to be the babysitter of it. Anyway, he ended up leaving that bag up at the convention center overnight in a box that was under our table. And of course, it's not there. The next day, and the security went back and looked. They said they looked at the security film, but they were only gone like less than 45 minutes or an hour or something like that. Not very long. And they said they didn't see anybody go behind there on the any of the films they had. So the other day, when he was talking to his friend outside and bad-mouthing me, he said, and I couldn't hear the whole conversation, but it was to the effect that, well, I've decided that Kelly stole that money. And, I'm thinking to myself, after 2 years, just because he's mad at me, he's going to finally decide that I'm the one that stole the money and tell his friend what a thief I am. Anyway, I didn't tell him I heard him say that because I don't want him to think that I care, because I really don't. If he really thought that, he would have accused me when it happened. I'm looking for some copper jump rings that will match my my wire and my chain, but I don't think I have any in this box. I know I do have some. I think they're on the shelf in the next room. Oh my gosh. Did I mention I had a mini disaster the other night? So I had my beads to the left of me sitting on a shelf, and like these were stacked up, 3 boxes. That's 3 boxes of beads. And I had one in my lap, and I had the other 2 sitting up there. And so I went to grab one, and both of them fell. One of them didn't open, and one of them did. Can I tell you, I had beads everywhere. I mean, I had to literally pull out small furniture that I have over here and move things out of here so I could get to all the beads that flew and fell everywhere. It was a nightmare. But I did get the place cleaned really good. I mopped and swept under and behind everything that's been sitting there for 2 years. It wasn't that bad. There was one dead bug and some hairballs, fur ball, dust bunnies. But it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. That's happened to me several times throughout the years, just to have a whole box of beads fall. And what's worse is when, let me show you. I'll tell you what's worse. I hope I don't do it right now. What's worse is when you have something like this fall. Let me show you. See all these tiny, tiny little beads? Yeah. The lid's not attached. That's because I dropped it or it fell one time. And yeah, these went everywhere. These tiny, tiny, tiny little ones. Hi, Janelle. Good morning. And so many of them fell that that happened about 2 years ago, right after we moved here. And so I put them all in here, and look, I haven't even finished separating them yet. Can you imagine like those being all over your floor? And there's like dog hair and sand and probably pieces of dog cookie in here. I think, what's that? A little piece of wood. Yeah. So, oh my gosh. I'll probably never go through all of these. Can you imagine trying to separate those out? What'd you miss? Not much. I was just telling about I dropped a whole box of beads yesterday, and it wasn't as bad as when I dropped all these tiny ones, you know. Oh my goodness. Let's see. You know the feeling, that's for sure. And I mean, I had to move furniture to get to everything. Um, but oh, like I said, at least I got to sweep and mop back there. I haven't done that for a long time. I just have so much stuff. It's just amazes me. Just amazes me. And 2 years ago, I didn't have anything. I mean, not even one string of beads. Oh, well. Oh, and I did tell a little story, but I'll tell it again in a little while. I'm going to say it right now. It's been very silent, quiet around here. Janelle. Yeah, what was I gonna say? Well, it's just like I had a thought and it just flew out of my brain. Oh well. I wish I knew how to make like these enamel. Have you ever worked with enamel? I guess I don't know. Are these paints? I know this is called enameling, but I don't I don't know how. I know they bake it on there, but oh my. Oh, that's what. Also, you missed Janelle. I had a I had scheduled to go on at 5 o'clock yesterday morning, and when I tried to go on, it said our internet was down or I have no connection. So I fought with it and fought with it for 15 minutes before I finally accepted the fact that we had no internet. And it didn't come back on until this afternoon, like 4 o'clock or something. It was off all day long. Hi, Danny P. You're new. It's good to see you too. Good to see you too. Would you are you new to SPTV or just this channel? I'll wait to hear the answer because it makes it different where I'm going to go with the conversation. I'm thinking of making a little charm bracelet just with these sterling silver jump rings, Janelle. I have so many cute charms. Um, but first, you haven't seen this, Janelle. Here's a pendant that I made a few months ago. And so I made a little chain to go with it. Okay, just this channel. Yeah, we do a lot of art. A lot of times I have another artist on with me at the same time. And hello, psychopathic juggalo joker Mike. Hi, Mike. That's a mouthful to say. Um, I'm a new subscriber. Thank you so much. As you can see, I need all the help I can get with watch hours. And you're from Flint, Michigan. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Much love from America and Flint, Michigan. Hi, Tiff. How are you? Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, but I make jewelry and um, but I do a lot of other things too. I love working in polymer clay, and there's so many other artists that in this community that it's just so cool because we like to get together and talk art, show each other our projects, or listen to a horror story like real life stories. I call them horror stories. You're from New Mexico. I don't meet very many people from New Mexico. I can only think of, I think, one in my life that I met years ago. I think he was from, it's Las Cruces in New Mexico. You've been painting, Tiff? Good. Good, good, good. Well, you're going to have to come on here sometime. Whenever you want, just let me know. Um, yeah, I think Las Cruces is in New Mexico. But I don't even remember. I remember what he looks like, but I can't even remember his name or how I knew him. But yeah. So, okay, I need to get this chain put on. Oh, I need to find jump rings. Some copper or brass jump rings. I could make some real quick. Get my wire. Uh, I don't even know what gauge this is. Let's see. You're in Grants, New Mexico, between Gallup and Albuquerque. Wow. Um, yeah, I think New Mexico is kind of a sparse state, isn't it? I mean, and what I mean is like, well, I guess there's a few different cities I've heard of in New Mexico. Um, I think my aunt and uncle took me skiing with them one Christmas when I was in high school up to Taos. That's in New Mexico. And I got so sick that that Christmas, and they had to take me to the hospital and everything. And all it was like a sinus infection. But I think the altitude got me or something. I don't remember. Every time you hear New Mexico, you start craving Hatch chilies. What are Hatch chilies? Real hot or something? And hot chili from the vendor near the plaza in Santa Fe. And Mama Catalina's down in Albuquerque. Wow, it sounds like you spent some time there, um, Janelle. I remember driving through there, I think when we were moving right after I graduated high school. That summer, I moved with Richard to Cambria, California, which is Central California by Hearst Castle and Morro Bay. And we stayed there a few months, and then we moved to Las Vegas, where we lived for most of the 13 years. Yep. And I remember going through Santa Fe and going into some art galleries. That was like 1980. That was a long time ago. Beautiful green chilies from Hatch, New Mexico. They're mellow and flavorful, just hot enough. Oh, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, ever since I had my son, and he's 20, he was born 2004. Yeah, he's 20 years old. But after I had him, I could not eat anything hot anymore. Like, yeah. And I stopped liking raw oysters. I used to like raw oysters. I don't like those anymore either. So weird. So weird how having a child can change your palate. So I guess I'm gonna make some jump rings real quick, but I want to see what gauge wire this is. It's probably 16. Yep, 16. 16. I'm gonna flush cut. I better use, well, I'm gonna flush cut this. Okay. I don't need these to be very big. Yeah, you definitely have to. I had to develop a taste for raw oysters. And I mean, I was grown the first time I ever tasted them. I mean, I'm in my 30s, so I didn't eat them for very many years before I, stopped eating them. Okay, what am I doing? What is going on? Just trying to stretch this wire tightly around my step pliers so I can make some jump rings. Okay. These are kind of big too. I might have to make some small ones. No, I don't, Janelle. No. I learned how to solder years ago. There's two kinds of soldering though. Like for stained glass windows, you use a soldering iron, and then for jewelry, you use a torch. And I can solder with a torch. I mean, I made these rings, but and you won't find the solder line, but I much prefer soldering with the soldering iron. So and I never found a reason to have to solder any of my jump rings. I wish I had some of those flush cutters where they made both sides flush, because I'm going to have to turn my my cutter every time I make a cut, or else one side is going to be flush and the other is not. Oh, shoot. And I do like to saw. I would prefer to saw my jump rings, but the other night, or the other morning when I was trying it, it took too long because I just ran into some problems. Anyway, mine are never as good as the ones you buy at the store. They just aren't. And they're so cheap at the store, you know, that I prefer to buy them instead of make them. Yeah, I do have a jeweler saw. I do. It needs, the other morning when I had trouble sawing my jump rings, the blade was dull, so I took the blade out, and I haven't put a new one in yet, which is no big deal. But my board that I saw on, I have my pasta machine sitting on the board. You know, the board, it has a notch cut out of it so I can saw. That's where I put my pasta machine, and because I hardly ever use my saw anymore. I hardly ever work on metal jewelry anymore. That's why. Yep, I need to get back in the practice of doing metal work. You're heading off. Okay. Thanks for stopping by, Janelle. Have a good day. Have a good day. Oops. Where did it go? Oh. Golly. Okay. I don't know how much chain I'm going to need. I don't think I'm going to need very much. This is the hard part because I probably should have taken a metal file to make sure that each end was flat so that it would go together perfect. But I was in too much of a hurry. There, that's good. Maybe. Tell you what, I had to put my my magnifying jeweler's magnifying. I'll show you. I had to put this on earlier, you know, so I could see. It's a head thing. Oh, good night, Janelle. I don't know what it's called. Jewelers wear them. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to be upside down, I think. Maybe not. Am I upside down? Yeah, I am. But I forget what these are called. Anyway. Boy, now I can see good. Where was I? Okay, this jump ring went together just fine, I think. Yeah. Boy, that is strong. Oops. So I'm going to hold this up around my neck so I can figure out how long I need to make this. Oops. I don't know if I want it long or, oops, the pendant is so big that I think I will make it on the long side. Uh, yeah, but you know what? Actually, like, this is adjustable. If somebody wanted like it to be a shorter necklace, all they would have to do is like take the I'll show you just a minute. I need to cut some of this chain off. Okay. There. And that's not the, I don't want to use that. That's too bright. So I'm going to make one out of this 16 gauge wire. So it will matchy match. And I start by, I better cut that sharp end off. Take my flush cutters. I went through my drawers over here where I keep all my tools, and I have so many tools. So I have a box of them that I need to get rid of because I have 3, 4, or 5 5 of the same kind of pliers or cutters, or oh my gosh, I just have so much stuff. So I start by turning the tip. Oops. I'm just gonna I'm trying to, this is what I'm gonna this is what I'm gonna be making. Just a simple clasp. Oops. Simple clasp for this chain. So I'll start by making a little loop-de-loop on the end. And then I take my step pliers, and I think it's always tricky for me to decide how big of a loop I want to make. Okay, so there's one side. Now I just have to guesstimate. And I'm not going to make the other end loop-de-loop right now because I always do it the wrong way if I try to do it ahead of time. So, but I do want this to go the opposite way, and I want it to be smaller than the one I just made. There. I may not put a loop-de-loop on this end. I don't think I will. That way I can just close it tight. Usually I hammer, maybe I will. Oops. Just trying to get my steel block. I have a baby one. And I'm just going to try to flatten out the curve a little bit. Plus this will work hard in it because it's kind of flimsy right now to use as a clasp. And the more you bang or bend wire, the harder it gets. I can't really bang that hard right now just because of the time of the morning it is. Our neighbors have never said anything, but I don't usually hammer like this. And I don't know. It's not it looks like hammered metal. I don't know what good that did really, except it's still, I really need to work hard. I need to get a little bit harder. I don't want it to come open. Let's see. Yeah, it's a lot better. A lot better. Okay, so this, oops. I don't want the chain to be all wonky, so I'm just gonna add this to, oh, I'm gonna keep knocking the camera with that jeweler's thing I have on my head. could really take it off. What in the heck is going on here, really? Oh, brother. Just trying to close this up. Oops. Went past it. There. Okay. My homemade closure. So, okie dokie. It's that simple. Now, to make this adjustable, all one would have to do is open this up and, gosh, sorry, keep hitting the camera, and move this to wherever, and make it however long you want. And then this could, the chain that's you're not using, either you could take off or let it hang down under your shirt, down your back. So that is another one finished. I just love how this sparkles. That is very sparkly, isn't it? I used what kind of powder? I forget what it's called. I just think that's so pretty. Mica powder, maybe? Yeah, mica powder. Mica powder, and I think I used oh, gosh. Yeah. Pastels. I have a lot of chalk pastels, and so I just take an X-Acto knife and shave some of the shave the pastel and get different colors. And raw polymer clay accepts the chalk real well, and it accepts mica powder very well too. And then of course I just resined it. I might have even used scrap clay for this. I don't know. I'm trying to understand what is on the side here. I can usually tell if I use scrap or not by looking at the sides. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Hi, Maya. Hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Did you see that? Oh, thanks, Maya. I made a chain yesterday. Different with different, different beads, and then just added a store-bought chain to go around the back of your neck, But yeah, it's sparkly. I like it. I've had it for a while. I made it a few months ago and just never made it into a necklace until yesterday. This is what kept bumping the camera. I had it around my head so I could see. My goodness. I think Fluffer was it Fluff? No. T and Ree are going on live in like 5 minutes. So I'm wondering if I should pop off, and then if you wanted to do something this morning, Maya, we could go on your channel, or I mean, here I am like inviting myself, but I mean, I can stay on or go off for a little while and see what the Aussie girls have to say. Did you get your email off, Maya? I know finding links and adding them in, and, well, mainly just trying to find which ones you want to send in is a lot of work. I just wondered if you got finished with that. I can't imagine. If you did, you're a superhero. I sure wouldn't want to look through hundreds or thousands of videos to try to find anything. I can't even do that with my own videos. I need to start making better titles and adding descriptions to my videos, so when I go back and I was making playlists the other day, and we'll do something later. You just came on. You just came from the grocery store. Oh, okay. Yes, I know it is a lot of work. Well, that's good that you're talking about emails that people sent you with timestamps or clips or something. I'm assuming that's what you meant. Oh, I made these earrings too. Finally, I made some little with the little pods, you know. And I usually don't make. I usually make, make them with the ear wire. My earrings with this kind of ear wire. I put these on some little posts. Yep. And I need to bag these up. These are so bright. They're like neon orange. Oops. You haven't looked through that many videos, you have to narrow down the information so they don't get overwhelmed. Yes, I know. Oh, I can't imagine having to do that. You're braver than I am, that's for sure. Yep. So it's really hard to figure out what is the most important. I know it is. It is. Gosh, definitely something about the kids. That's. I think once people realize what the kids go through, I think that pulls at almost everybody's heart. You know. especially people that have empathy, which we know not all of us do. Yeah, I hope you do too. I hope you do too. It's been real quiet around my house. Let's see. We haven't spoken to each other until today when he criticized me about something and then wanted to know if I wanted to talk. But I was too tired. I had not been to sleep yet. And so I told him no. It's not going to do any good anyway. He's making plans behind my back. He goes outside to talk on the phone to his friends, like somehow I care, you know. Oops. I have these little rubber stoppers I need to put on the back of these earrings so they don't fall off the card. Sometimes they're so hard to get on. They're so tiny. Tiny, tiny, tiny. Yeah, I liked your video, Maya. That's the first time I've seen you, and I mean, I've seen you look, of course, just like the picture that you have, you know, of yourself, but I've never seen you go in front of the camera like when you're doing a live, you know, when you're painting or whatever. I've never seen you in front of your camera. That was nice. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. No, I don't think that's going to happen, Maya, like I thought it would. I think he's pretty much resigned to the fact that without me, he'll save money because he doesn't have to get as big of a place. And, oh, he has it all planned out. I don't know. I heard him a couple of times. I didn't hear everything he said because he was outside, but yeah, he has it all planned out where he's going to put his stuff in storage somewhere or something. I don't know. Go buy a travel trailer in Vegas so he can live there while he finds a place to buy. I don't know. He's been bad-mouthing me too to his friend. But for someone who has such a high opinion of themselves, he sure does prove that he's not such a wonderful, loving person as he claims he is. Because anybody that badmouths someone is not being kind when they're doing it. He forgets about, you know, acting that way, though. Oh, I missed something. Let's see. There are videos of you. Oh, there are videos of you in front of the camera? I guess I've just never seen it or never seen one. Oops. Ah, what in the heck? Uh, um, oh, with Tiff and Claire? Oh, you mean Claire Headley? Or is it a different Claire, you guys? Oops. Yeah, I do too. Thanks, Tiff. I do too, one day. But, I mean, living with my sister wouldn't be bad either. um, yeah, except she's real messy. And she has a bunch of dogs. I mean, a bunch. But she has a yard, a fenced yard. They can go in and out. Um, Eau Claire in the UK, the ethical tailor. Oh, I've never heard of her. Yeah, whatever city I go to, Maya, I'm gonna sign up to get housing, which in most places there is right around a 2 year wait. Um, of course, sometimes it happens a lot faster, and other times you might have to wait longer, but I think the average is about, hi, sight. You're awake in the middle of the night for the first time in a long time. Well, I hope it's not because of nightmares or anything. But yeah, I'm talking to people across the pond, so it is what, early afternoon for them. It's 6 o'clock where I am, 6 o'clock a.m. No, Maya, I haven't, because her daughter's baby is due either, she said 3 days, so it was either due today or tomorrow, and I wanted to let her get through that before I say anything. Yeah, so I'll get a feel for it when next time I talk to her. I texted her yesterday and asked if the baby was here yet, and she said no. So as soon as I know the baby's here and everything's good, I'll start mentioning it. Start a new medication, so it's giving you dream disorder, and I'm already on nightmare meds. Oh, goodness. That doesn't sound like fun. Dream disorder. Ugh. Well, it's good, they say when you stop dreaming that's not a good thing. I guess as long as you're dreaming, um, dementia hasn't set in, or I forget how they worded it, but yeah, I still dream. But I don't remember most of my dreams. I just don't like waking up like crying, or wake myself up like trying to get someone to help save me from something, or save my dog. Or I had a couple of nightmares not too long ago. They were so real. Oh, I don't remember what they were about now, but They were nightmares. They had some fun glitter stuff in the store. Oh, good. Good, 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 good. Good. You said you went to the what grocery store? Oops. I have to go back. Yeah, yeah. Oops. Uh, wait, I'm trying to find. Um, I'm looking back in the chat. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. We went to the grocery store. Well, they had some glitter stuff. That's cool. You should see all the glitter I have. Oh my gosh. And I hardly ever use it. I have a ton of alcohol inks. I hardly ever use that either. And I just have, I don't know. I think when I move, I'm going to turn my camera, you guys. I look terrible. I'm just warning you. When I have to try to get my camera so it won't fall. Hold on. Sorry. Oops. Oh, why is it? Oh my gosh. This is terrible. Hold on. Something's not right here. I don't understand why it does this. Something is loose on here, and I can't figure out. Sorry, hold on. This wire. Oh my goodness gracious. I just don't get what in the heck. If I put it up, it's just going to fall. Oh my gosh. Sorry. So sorry. Oh, now it's upside down. Oh, God. Golly. Oh, there. Okay, I figured it out. Now I just have to tighten it. Okay. I might be a little crooked. So, yeah. You're getting ready for Christmas cards? Oh, yeah. That's a good thing to use them on, I guess. I didn't think of that. I need to do my hair so bad. Pull it through the cap. Mine would never look like that because mine's too dark to start with, but I think I'm going to try to make it chunky like that. Like big big strands, chunky. I pull it through the cap and I end up with so much hair pulled through the cap usually that it's funny. But I have so much hair, and not that much gray hair. I was surprised, like that's dark right there. I looked to see how much of it was gray, and there's not that much. I'm very surprised. Like my sister, if she didn't color her hair, she'd be gray all over. And she started getting gray like years ago, 5 years ago, 6. You felt like you're way home from a party when I turn my camera around. I'm sorry. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I have, gosh, lights all over, but They're not even all turned on right now. And the ones behind me look so faded in the camera, but they're really bright when I look at them. I don't know. So on Tuesday, I get my teeth, you guys, but I won't be able to put them in Tuesday, but I need to call for a wake and bake for for a ride. You're supposed to call 3 days before to get a ride. Um, I have a certain number of free rides to doctors and dental appointments through my insurance, but since Richard told me he's not driving me anywhere anymore, I better call. Every other time he has changed his mind, but you know what? I don't even think I'm going to let him drive me. The bad thing is they show up way early before your appointment, and then you usually have to wait a long time for them to come back and pick you up once the appointment's over. Thanks, Psych. Yeah, it's been a long time. I've been waiting to get these teeth fixed. The paint they have in the store you can use for practice, or if you have kids over. Yeah. Yes, I understand. And it's good. It's better to do this to your hair when it's dirty. It takes a lot better. Like it processes faster if you put bleach or color on dirty hair rather than clean hair. Did y'all know that? Mine's dirty. But I think I'm too tired to do that this morning because it will take me, gosh, it takes me a long time to pull it through the cap. A long time. Especially because my hair is long and it gets tangled, you know. If I had my sister here, she could pull it through in like 20 minutes. Zip, 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 zip. One time your insurance left you in another city. Oh my gosh. You had to call a bunch of people trying to find a ride back home. Oh my gosh, that's terrible. Oh my gosh. I mean, I know a couple of people here, but like they're just neighbors that I know from like walking my dog and running into them when they have their dog, you know. It's not like, I mean, I guess I could call them for a ride. I have one of the person's phone number, but yeah, yep. I'm so tired. I don't know. And that stupid cut on my thumb that I've had for like 2 months, once again, it was almost healed, so I haven't had the Band-Aid on it for 2 days. And don't you know, the cut's open back up. It's just a tiny one, like a paper cut almost. I don't understand why. You can barely see it. I just don't get why it won't stay closed. And I get tired of wearing this Band-Aid because I work with my hands so much that the Band-Aid gets filthy dirty. I need to change it like 3 or 4 or 5 times a day. gross. um, you had back surgery and wasn't allowed to sit in a car for 3 months. Oh my gosh. So when they were sending you home from the hospital, they had to find you a ride. Wow. Did you have to lay down in the car? I saw someone, oh, I think it was in a movie, and she couldn't sit down in the car. She had to lie down. And it was always funny. Um, always funny to see her laying down because the person driving would be talking, but the car next to her wouldn't see anybody. Um, like she was talking to herself because the one girl was laying down the whole time. But didn't understand what was taking so long, and they said they had to make arrangements with the flight. You were like, what? You live 2 miles from the hospital. Yeah, the flight. Were they joking with you? Oh, goodness gracious. They were like, oopsie, then they found me an ambulance and sent you home. Oh. I was going to say, I can't imagine, like, how long did you have to go? What'd you say? A couple of months or something? Um, um, 3 months. Wow. That's a long time to not be able to sit in the car. Oh, back surgery. Yeah. Yeah. I forget what movie it was that was in, but um, Jennifer and Jennifer Aniston played the part, and her best friend had unalived herself. Oh, it was called Cake. Have y'all seen that movie called Cake? I think Jennifer Aniston, she played the lead role, but she was also like the director, I want to say, or something like that. It's called Cake. It's pretty good. Now my band-aid's not going to stick because I undid it. Oh, shoot. Oh, well. You could sit, but not in the car. You've been on a medical plane, and it was better than the ambulance for sure. um, what, what, what is a medical car? Never even heard of one. Aren't the med flights so cool? They can do anything. I've never been on. I've been on a helicopter, but not like a medical helicopter. Um, we took a helicopter ride when we were living in Las Vegas. We went over the Grand Canyon. It was pretty cool. Pretty darn cool. Yeah, I would love to have a helicopter. Have a helicopter be able to fly it and go places on my own. Mhm. They can perform surgery. That's amazing. Wow. Amazing. Yeah. I'm always amazed at what people can do, you know, and the stuff that they've figured out. Like, golly, so many smart people throughout history. I mean, so far beyond the way my brain works. Like, I just can't even imagine being the first to come up with, I don't know, anything having to do with a computer. Yeah, crazy, crazy. My brain just doesn't work that way, but it works. I can figure stuff out pretty good. Like, I'm very mechanical, very mechanical. I got my scooter part is on its way. Yay, yay, yay. I'll have teeth and my scooter fixed next week. Yippee yay, yippee yay. And I've been slowly like going through my clothes, but I need to start packing. I did order um, a pair of slides and a long sleeve um, kind of, it's not a sweatshirt and it's not a sweater, but it's a long sleeve, lightweight top that I thought I might need it at night on the ship, you know, because I don't have very many long sleeved shirts. And then I got just an inexpensive purse. Um, I'm looking around looking for my purse. I'm not in my bedroom. My purse is in my bedroom. I do have a Kate Spade purse, but it's kind of yellowish green color. I don't know. I'm tired of the color, so I don't know what purse I'm going to bring with me. They were organizing a helicopter for you. It was like 9 miles from the doctor's office. That's funny. Yes, I hope I'm able to stream. I'm going to be so disappointed if I can't. I need to figure out what it's going to take to be able to stream and figure out if I have enough money. I know it's cheaper if you pay for the Wi-Fi you're going to use ahead of time. I don't know how much you save, but I did read on their website that everything's cheaper if you pay for it ahead of time. So. They were trying to steal you. That is funny. Like you live 10 minutes from the hospital. What were they thinking? They had you confused with somebody else. That's not good. You know what happens when hospitals start confusing the patients. I'm sure there's been plenty of horror stories. The cruise, We meet in Miami on Friday, September 20th. That's my birthday. And then we leave Saturday, the 21st. And so, what's today? Saturday, the 7th. We leave in two weeks from today. Yeah, 2 weeks from today. Wow, I knew this the last I knew September would go by real fast. And it is like 2 weeks, that's not long. 2 weeks goes by so fast for me. Oh my gosh. Next time you went to the doctor, she said they had been la- laughing a lot about your helicopter ride during their lunch the next day. That's funny. Yeah. Personal air limo. Helicopters. Have y'all been on a helicopter, anybody? They are so cool because, yeah, I mean, you can see everything. You can see 360. It was so cool. And like, you're over ground, and then all of a sudden you're over the Grand Canyon. It's like the floor drops out from under you. It was so a little not scary, a little surprising. I don't know. It was cool. It was cool. And we had the little Pomeranian dog with us for that helicopter ride. She was real good. Okay, y'all have. Yes, over the Hoover Dam we went. Yep, 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 yep. We used to spend a lot of time at Lake Mead. A lot. Um, we had a tiny little sailboat, like dinghy size, that we would put around in. I don't know what for, but we did. And one time I looked over the side and I saw a $10 bill. And so I jumped out of that little dinghy and went down and got it. Can you imagine finding and seeing a $10 bill laying at the bottom of a lake? That's how clean the water used to be. I don't know if it's still as clean. I imagine it is. It's the Colorado River. That's some clean water. I wonder if I had like dementia and couldn't. Oh yeah, that would be terrible. I couldn't tell anybody. And, I don't know where you would have ended up. Uh, uh. Your brother did some safety course and went on a helicopter and had to jump out of it and into the sea. Oh wow. Hmm. I I was never interested in skydiving, and I would never do it. Oh, excuse me, but at this age, if I was hooked up with somebody, well, I would have to be because I can't move my legs, but like I would do it now. I would. It's not that I want to, but I used to be deathly afraid just thinking of like jumping out of a plane and skydiving. Now I'm not afraid like I used to be. I don't know why. But what if it happened to someone else and they really do go somewhere random? Oh my gosh, well, they would have to like drop them off and have someone there waiting for them, wouldn't they? Oh my goodness. I don't know. I don't know. I want to make a red necklace. Um, I have these pretty red, well, close your eyes for a minute. I have these pretty red beads right here. And they're crystals, but they're opaque crystals. I want to make a necklace to wear. Like one night on the ship, it's called um, White Night. You're supposed to wear something white, and I thought um, I have a summer white dress that I think I'm gonna wear. It's a Calvin Klein dress. I've never worn it, and it has about 3/4 sleeve, I think, and just a simple scoop neck, and it's just plain. I think it has a little like not a ruffle, but around the edge of the arm it has like I said, not a ruffle, but anyway, I thought like a simple little maybe red and maybe tiny pearls in between. Because I don't wear red very often at all. But a splash of red might be pretty, you know? You want everything in it? Thanks. I need to put, gosh, I need to clear this tray off. Here's I made Cricket some, she likes octopus. I made her some earrings out of this little guy. Um, and where are his eyes? And I'm going to put this on a silver chain. Ah, a silver chain to give her. It's just a little blown glass octopus. It's cute. You did get some today? What kind of beads did you get? Oops. What kind of beads did you get? Hey, um, you don't have to thank us. We love you and we love company. Um, no, you're not forgotten. Not at all. Um, Sai, do you need any tools like jewelry tools? And what state do you live in? I was going through my um, all my drawers where I keep my tools, and I have a whole like box of stuff that I'm getting rid of because I have like 6 different flush cutters. I have a lot of needle nose pliers, a few chain nose pliers. I mean, I just have stuff that I need to get rid of. Yes, my email is real simple. It's my name, Kelly, Kelli, and then SPTV at Gmail. I would love to see pictures. Yes, 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 yes. Um, yeah, Kelly SPTV at Gmail. Yeah. And you know what? I thought I had a lot of silver chains, but what I have a lot of are silver, sterling silver bracelets. Like, for some reason, I thought these were necklace chains, but they're not. They're just bracelets. So I'm going to have to figure something out to put that little octopus on. Oh, thanks, Smile, for doing that. You don't have any jewelry tools of your own, so that would be cool. Yeah, I am, but what state do you live in? Tools are so heavy, I'm thinking it might be too heavy to ship. It might just be cheaper to buy new ones than trying shipping these things. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Um, yeah, just tell me what state you live in. Oh gosh. Oh, thank goodness that rash on my face is starting to go away, but it still itches right on my ears. But thank gosh. I was afraid I was going to have that when we set sail. Okay, that's fine. That is fine, 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 fine. Um, when did you add Minion to your name? I just noticed that. Because it used to just be Psych on the Rocks. But now it says Minion. Mm. Going back and forth on whether I'm going to pull my hair through that cap or not. I could start, and if I get too tired, I'll just like fall asleep with it on and finish it when I wake up. Uh, you're never asked, so you're not going to turn it down when you're asked. Maya is so sweet, and she's so good at doing that, posting people's channels. She is fast and she's good, and she never leaves anyone out, that's for sure. She's on the ball a lot more than I am. Oops. Okay. I was making some lentil beads. These things, let me show you. These swirly things, like you make the swirl. That one didn't show up very good. Oops. Try to let it autofocus. But anyway, a couple of them got smushed, so I have to reshape them. And you do that by putting a ball under plexiglass, and you just start spinning it, and if you do it right, you'll get a swirl. And they call them lentils because of the shape. If you look at them from the side view, I guess they're the shape of a lentil. They start out like, see, it's going into 2 points. I'm not going to take it off of there. I'm just going to keep spinning it. And some clay works better than others, that's for sure. This clay's so soft that it happens pretty fast. Except, I'm not even going to say it. I wasn't really watching where my starting point was, so all the color ended up in one place instead of like 50-50 like I wanted it to. That's okay. What in the hell? Ah, I got it back. Ooh, this is pretty. Minion. Oh. Does Minion have something to do with DOA? Didn't people from his chat or something add Minion to their names? Is that what I'm thinking? Or I don't remember. I remember someone saying something about people from his chat call themselves Minions or something. I don't know. It was a long time ago. Or am I confusing? I might be confusing that with something else. I don't know. No clue. Ooh, this is pretty. I'm gonna smush it down and see if it worked. Well, it's not as pretty as I thought. It has a little swirl going. I should have kept going a little bit. Yeah. I think I'm going to smush it back together a little bit and keep going. Try to get a better swirl pattern on there. And I might have just ruined it, but probably not. That's okay. I always say polymer clay is so forgiving. Some of us added Minion numbers after someone called us that, and oh, okay, so it was on his channel. I knew I had heard something about that, but like I said, it's been a while. Yep. Let's see. Well, sometimes you keep going and going and keep swirling these, until you end up with nothing, until you end up with scrap clay because all of the colors get blended together. Sometimes that happens though. Ay, ay, ay. I used to be pretty good at this. I could whip these out real fast. And then I stopped making them for a while. And now I'm very rusty at it. Hmm. I don't want to speak too soon. Maybe one day. The more you go on, the more comfortable you will get. That's for sure. That's the truth. But it's hard to, I know a lot of people, it's hard for them to even think about being on this side of the camera. Boy, I was so nervous when I first started going on it. And oh, I remember that feeling, just being scared that I was going to say something dumb or that I was going to, I don't know, forget something or things that I do all the time now that don't even, make a difference because people, at least people in my chat are always nice. I haven't, let me knock on some wood. I have not had a troll yet, but, I don't get a lot of people on here either because of the time I go on and because I'm such a small channel. But yeah, well, this one looked about like the last one, which is not good because it has like a big old blob in the middle. I don't know what keeps happening, but that is not the kind of swirl that I'm talking about. Oh well, I'm gonna leave it. No big deal. This is the kind, this one. Now, you want to see a swirl? This is a swirl. That is a pretty swirl. I started in the back, but the front, isn't that pretty? That's gold and off-white metallic clay. But yeah, sometimes I've gotten some really good swirls. It's easier when they're bigger. Here, I don't even know what I have down here. I did start to resin my bracelet though, and it looks pretty. Oops, oops, oops. Isn't that cool? That matches the pendant and earrings I made the other day. Thank you. Thank you. Well, let's see. I don't know what else I have down here. Oops. Oops. Bunch of keychains made from scrap clay. I just made balls for keychains. Kind of cute, you know. I think these would be a good pull cord on a fan too. I have so many things that I need to resin. So many things. And I have a box down here of things I'm going to take on the cruise. I am taking a lot of jewelry because I plan on selling some. I know there's a couple of ladies going that have bought stuff from me already that asked me to bring more stuff on the cruise for them to look at. So keep my fingers crossed because I'm going to need that money to get Wi-Fi so I can stream. Boy. Oh, more balls. This one's kind of cool. This is just old scrap clay. Don't they look kind of like planets? You know, like I don't know. I could make up my own solar system, like L. Ron Hubbard did. Maybe maybe that's where he is. This one, you know what? He can go to this one. This one doesn't look as pretty. Yeah, this is gray and blue and purple. This one's prettier. I would live on this one. I wouldn't want to live on this one. Or the live stream for making a full. You wouldn't make a full out of yourself. Oh, cool. I have a dresser in our entry hall, foyer, whatever it is, that I use chalk paint on, that I really, really love. My desk, I did the same thing to it too, with chalk paint. And I just distressed it or stressed it, or I don't know, you know, made it look old. Yeah, really. Yeah, Target too. Yeah, those would make great pull string balls for ceiling fans. Oh, I don't know. Keychains I usually sell for $10, but yeah, you know, Cricket. The other a few weeks ago, her strings got tangled up behind her, like we could all see it, and it was so funny. So she had to go over there and like pull the strings apart, and I told her I would send her some something to put on her strings that would weigh them down, you know. So I have a package ready for her with the octopus and a t-shirt that I got a long time ago for her, and a couple of clay balls for her her fan strings. Yeah, that yellow and red one I think is too big. It's really heavy. Like this size would be good. Yep, this is all like scrap clay that I put through my pasta machine, and I don't know, the colors are kind of pretty, not on camera so much. I don't know why. Usually this camera, the clay colors show up a lot better than they are tonight. Maybe I don't have something set right. Who knows? Who knows? Oh my goodness. Well, ladies, I have been on here exactly 2 hours. I think I'm going to jump off, and I've got to eat something as usual. I'm starving by this time. And I don't think I'm going to do my hair. I might, but it was so good talking to you, and so good to see you, Psych, and of course Maya and Tiff and Purple Groovy. I love talking to y'all. Almost every day I'm here. Not every day, but almost. And yes, shoot me an email, Psych, so I can figure out if I can mail you these tools. I mean, you would love them. And you need 2 more hours. Yeah, that's true. Well, if you want to go on later, I will go on with you. Actually, if you are going on, I'll go on. I could just pull my hair through the cap while I was talking. I need to get my hair done because it needs to be washed, but I don't want to wash it without pulling it through, and you know. But anyway, yes. So glad that you did too. Oh my goodness, I'm dropping stuff. Anyway, okay. I'm not going to delay anymore. Yeah, me too, Maya. The people that come here are just so nice, so lovely, lovely, lovely. Just whenever anyone wants to jump on, just let me know, because I can send a link through the chat. And Maya comes on a lot, so you get to hear her also a lot on here, which is good. And I like having two people on, because if I have to go to the restroom or something, then I don't have to make a sign saying I'll be right back. You want to do I know how you feel. Believe me, I know. It's like, yeah. Okay. Gosh, and there's 7 people here. I always hate to like just go when people are here. But I need to go eat, like I said, and you decide what you want to do, Maya. And I'm gonna write myself a note. If you message me and say you're going on, then but I'm gonna write myself a note so I don't forget to check my messenger this time. Like I was. I had a pretty good reason the other day. Okay, I wrote myself a note. Anyway, okay, y'all have a great day, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in this world. Have a great day, and I will talk to y'all later. See ya.